Hi everyone, and welcome back to my kitchen. If you love coffee, then today's recipe is dedicated to you. I'm going to be sharing my triple coffee cheesecake. I start things out with a chocolate crust, create a Kahlua cheesecake layer, add a coffee Kahlua mousse layer, and finish things off with a coffee and chocolate whipped cream. This cake is epic. It's so ridiculously good. You guys are just going to want to make it as soon as you finish watching this video. Let me show you how to make it. I'm going to start things off with my chocolate crust. I have 10 graham crackers. I'm going to drop them into my food processor. Close this with my lid and pulse the cookies into fine crumbs. And then pour in 1/4 cup of melted butter and pulse this again. I've double wrapped a 9-inch springform pan with foil since we will be using a water bath for this recipe. I'm going to add in my cookie crumbs and then press the cookies into the bottom of the pan to form an even crust. And now it's time to get started on the cheesecake filling. I have 16 ounces of cream cheese that I've softened at room temperature. I'm going to drop them into my mixer bowl and then beat the cream cheese for about 5 to 7 minutes until it's light and fluffy. Next, I'm going to add in 2 large eggs, half a cup of white granulated sugar, a 1/4 cup of sour cream, and half a cup of mascarpone cheese, and I've also softened this at room temperature. I'm going to mix this all together for a few minutes and make sure to scrape down the sides of your mixing bowl to get everything incorporated. Time to bring out the Kahlua. I've measured out a 1/4 cup of this coffee and a rum liqueur. I'm going to add in a tablespoon of instant coffee. Now, if you don't want to add the alcohol into this recipe and it will bake off in the oven, you're going to also just use a 1/4 cup of very strong coffee. Add the Kahlua to the cheesecake batter and give this a mix for a few more minutes. I'm going to pour my cheesecake batter over my prepared chocolate crust. This already smells so good. Absolutely love the scent of coffee. And I'm going to prepare a simple water bath for my cheesecake. Just place it onto a baking sheet and then fill it up with water. I have my oven preheated to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, and the cheesecake is going to bake for about an hour 15 minutes until that top is set. Once it's baked, you want to take it out of the oven and let it cool for 1 hour. Now I'm ready to start working on my coffee mousse layer. I'm going to pour in 1 cup of cold heavy cream into my mixing bowl and whisk it until I get stiff peaks. Into a separate mixing bowl, I'm going to add in half a cup of softened mascarpone cheese. You can also use cream cheese, half a cup of sweetened condensed milk, and a 1/4 cup of melted chocolate chips. And I'm going to use my hand mixer to cream these all together. For my coffee flavor, I've measured out a 1/4 cup of espresso, and to that I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of Kahlua liqueur. And to make sure that our mousse sets, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of unflavored gelatin. Sprinkle that over the top. Stir that around, and I'm going to take this over to the microwave and heat this mixture for about a minute until that gelatin is completely dissolved. And then add this gelatin mixture to the rest of the mousse. Give it a quick mix. I'm going to add my whipped cream to this mixture. Just drop it right in. And use my spatula to gently fold the whipped cream together with that coffee base. And now I'm going to pour my coffee mousse over my coffee cheesecake. I'm going to place my cake into the refrigerator and let it set for about 30 minutes, and the mousse layer should start firming up on the top enough so that we can add our last layer that's going to be our coffee and chocolate whipped cream. And on to my 3rd coffee layer. I have 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. I'm going to drop them into my mixer bowl. And to the cream cheese, I'm going to be adding half a cup of melted chocolate chips, a couple shots of Kahlua liqueur, and a pinch of salt to balance things out. And now I'm just going to mix this all together until I have a creamy mixture. And now for the last ingredient, 2 cups of cold heavy cream. Just pour that right in. And then I'm going to mix the heavy cream into the mixture on low speed first, and then turn it up to high to get nice and fluffy whipped cream. I transferred the resulting coffee whipped cream into a pastry bag, and today I'm using a French star tip number 4, and I'm going to pipe dollops onto the cake. And now for a finishing touch, I'm going to give my cake a little dusting of cocoa powder before I send it off to the refrigerator. I'm gonna let this cake chill in the refrigerator overnight, allow the cheesecake and these mousse layers to set up completely, and I'll come back tomorrow to unveil the cake. My cake has set in the refrigerator overnight. I'm going to take a flat spatula and run it along the edge of the cake to release it from the pan. Time for everybody's favorite part. Time to cut into this cake and see what it looks like on the inside. You want to grab a sharp knife. And this cheesecake is so soft, the knife just slides right through it. This cheesecake looks so good. Check out those layers on the inside. Cannot wait to dig in and enjoy this. And that's it, guys, for my triple coffee cheesecake creation. Absolutely love how gorgeous this cake looks. I love all the layers. I'm going to try to get a little bit of each layer. Give it a try. I'm just gonna take a few minutes and eat some of this cake. It is so darn good. This cake is like a little slice of coffee heaven. Everything literally melts into your mouth. Every layer has a slightly different consistency, but all combined together, it's just so good. This is literally, and I can say this honestly, the best cheesecake I have ever had. It's so darn good. I'm gonna be making this for everybody from now on. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video recipe, and if you do make this cake, don't forget to snap a picture of it, and you can tag me with Tatyana's Everyday Food on Instagram or Facebook. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.